When it comes to our veterans, the Secretary, Doug Collins, says veteran suicide has been a scourge on our nation for far too long. But there's important work being done. In fact, Matthew Whiz Buckley is a decorated former U.S. Navy fighter pilot, a Top Gun graduate, and the founder of the No Fallen Heroes Foundation, right here with VA Secretary Collins. And I'm so pleased to bring him in right now. Matthew Whiz Buckley flew dozens of combat missions over Iraq. Certainly your distinguished career serving, but now giving back. I think this is such an important story. Thanks for joining us today.
Good to see you again, Bianca. Thanks for having me, and thanks for putting a spotlight on this just heartbreaking issue.
You know, people who are veterans know about it, but I don't think it's, widely reported. We can't report it enough. I mean, the new VA veteran suicide report, the data is just heartbreaking. They're not getting VA health care, 61%. Look at the numbers of suicides, and elevated if you're 18 to 34. So talk to us about what you are doing, how No Fallen Heroes Foundation is helping, and more importantly, some of our viewers are going to want to get involved.
Well, Bianca, let's start with the bad, like you alluded to. I don't like putting this energy out there, but 22 veterans die by their own hands every day. Could you imagine, Bianca, God forbid, if 22 children, not once a year, every day were being slaughtered in our schools, this country would flip out. We would do something about it immediately. But since it's in the veteran community, we kind of get a, wow, that's awful, shrug your shoulders, thank you for your service. Well, I'm trying to do something about that, Bianca. 5 years ago, if you've ever seen the movie Lone Survivor, read the book, the famous Navy SEAL Marcus Luttrell, myself, another couple SEALs, and a former NFL veteran went down to Mexico, and we did psychedelic-assisted therapy. It was not fun. It was not recreational. I've done some challenging things in my life, Bianca. Mm-hmm. It was without a doubt one of the most challenging. It saved and changed my life. After being sexually abused as a kid and losing a 19-year-old sister, my sister Monica, to a drunk driver, I lost my faith in God. I was a Catholic kid, and I just did not believe in God anymore. And lying on a mattress on a floor of a home in Mexico, I reconnected with God, and I said, this is how we're going to end veteran suicide.
How did VA Secretary Collins take this? Obviously, if it worked for you, you really are the case study here.
Amen. So Secretary Collins shook my hand. He looked me right in the eyes and said, Whiz, if anybody's going to do this, it's going to be us, and it's going to be now. This administration is the most bullish I've ever seen on psychedelics. RFK Jr. said last June he wants psychedelics in the hands of veterans who want them in the next 12 months. He's got about 4 months left on that pledge. So clearly, we say in the military, Bianca, when in a hole, cease digging. What we're doing right now is not working. There's a revolving door between the VA and Big Pharma, and it needs to stop. Compounds that God put on this planet for us to heal are the way to go. And other societies and cultures around the world have been using these compounds for millennia. And we like to act in the West like we have some big ego, like, hey, we just found this stuff. Let's study it and investigate it even more. I get that, but I'm living proof. Marcus Luttrell, Navy SEALs, Green Berets. I took the first two female fighter pilots to heal.
Are you getting any more momentum, with Congress, or where does it stand now? I guess people who hear this and say, well, can I help? How do they get involved?
Well,
and where do you kind of roll it out, as you say? I mean, the VA, obviously, and Doug Collins right at the top there, but I'm sure every bit helps.
I'm going to keep the name out of it, Bianca,
okay.
But I met with a congressman up in Washington a couple years ago behind closed doors who said, Whiz, I love what you're doing. And I was like, all right. He said, well, you're going to have a problem with the big pharma and the alcohol and tobacco folks. And I was blown away. I looked at him. I'm like, what do you mean I'm going to have a problem? Isn't that your job? So I'm hearing a lot of good talk, Bianca. Talk means nothing to me. With 22 a day checking out by their own hands, I've lost 4 F-18 brothers to suicide. We need action, and we need it yesterday.
Wow. People can find you. What would you like our viewers to do if they want to get involved with the No Fallen Heroes Foundation?
You bet. Head to nofallenheroes.com. In addition to veterans, Bianca, a lot of veterans get off active duty. They take off that uniform and they go home and they put on a local one. So we also help first responders as well and their family members. My wife, God bless her, she had to put up with me through some some bad times, and she served too, technically. So we help veterans, first responders, and families. Go to nofallenheroes.com, and we're putting down the ladder to help.
Incredible. Well, I appreciate you sharing your story and sort of some of the red tape that goes on. People need to see it, and they need to know what this administration is doing to work with you. Matthew Whiz Buckley, such a pleasure, sir.
Thanks, Bianca. God bless. We'll see you.
God bless you too, sir. Thank you for your service.